Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to be here with you for the next hour and a half with some live trading. And at the end of that, we're going to be doing a $100 cash giveaway. So, Rhett, when you're ready later in the show, you can let them know how to qualify for that $100.
I think we're ready now, Ben. So
Oh,
what
you
we're
have?
gonna
Well, maybe let's wait for a bigger audience to show up before you, so you don't have to repeat yourself.
sounds good.
Yeah, let's wait for more people. In the meantime here, I don't know if you want to also put a tweet out, let people know we're live trading, because this one just says Pelican Acquisition Corp. Make sure people know we're
Yeah.
live trading, right? And put out our top
All
pick,
right.
QQQ, IWM, puts, all that stuff that we focus on today. All right.
Happening.
So let's start with this. If you are new to the community and you don't know what we're doing here, I'll tell you this. We're killing it. All right. Up 63% year to date, hardly a drawdown. And this morning, check out this morning's morning note. This is, people are hurting today probably. But if you read our morning note, this is what we said in the morning note. There we go. We said, well, first of all, top trades, cash, and then short QQQ IWM. All right. Those are the top trades today, followed by MOB. If you look at the macro discussion, it said it's an easy call for us today. All right, easy call. And we basically said 200 DMAs. No, here we go. Hold on. There we go. We anticipate an extremely high chance that all three indices will at least test this key level by end of day. That's a crazy call. Let's see if it happens. It's 12 p.m. This morning. We told you red alert, easy call for us. Top trade idea as after cash, short the indices. All right. Red alert. All right. So what do we say here? Let's go look at the charts. So we said here the easy call was, wow, that was a ballsy call, that today we're going to get to this purple line. I don't know if we'll get there, but man, it's looking like it very well could. I wish that's all I did today, man. Cash and just shorted the markets, I'd be doing much better than I am. I am playing a few stocks to the long side, which were top 5 picks today. But let's see. Let's check out those other ones. One was MOB, which I sold about half on the pop. We swung this overnight, sold about half on the pop. I actually reloaded at 580 after listening to the AMA that's maybe ongoing now or just finishing up on another stream with the Mobilicom CEO. There were 10,000 watchers on that, and it was a very, very good interview. Probably the best interview I've seen regarding Mobilicom. So I sold about half in the 620s, around 620 average, and then bought back at 580. We'll see if this can have a second run. This is a drone stock. Drone sector has been strong. So I decided to be okay with that long position despite the red alert. Okay. After that, I did take a couple longs, which are not quite working out yet. One is Pew, grab a gun. All right. I'm not going to go over the whole thesis. It's in our Discord. I said in the morning show, but last night earnings, I considered it to be an inflection earnings report. I consider this chart to be at an inflection area. And I put out a target of 380, 350 to 380 that I said I think could hit today. That's probably off the table for today now, just not enough volume and oomph to see this move to 350 to 380 today. But I think I'm going to swing this into next week despite market conditions. All of my biggest wins have come on inflection catalysts over like a 2 to 3 day holding period. I was like almost all of my biggest wins. Okay. And I have to play my playbook regardless of market conditions. I went through the fundamentals on this morning in our Discord community. I went through the catalyst and the sentiment and the technicals through our 4-pillar process at Story Trading, and I have to follow my process. I have to buy this stock, and I did buy it regardless of market conditions. I also got into some call options, 250 strikes March. You might want to go April, but so I decided to go long Pew. Okay, we'll talk about Identiv in just a second. MOB, we sold half up there. We're going down here. Okay. Top pick of the day is shorting. All right. Shorting the Qs and the IWM down to that 200 DMA. There is one other long pick that it's hasn't really worked out yet. I don't want to say it hasn't really failed yet for today. But this is another inflection catalyst, another inflection catalyst. My average is 376 on this. Okay. I'm underwater a little bit. Another inflection catalyst that I am willing to hold through this market downturn for potentially a big 2 to 3 day move, maybe a big 1 to 2 week move. You're going to want to pull out to a weekly chart on Identiv, but massive, massive contract win. It was announced a couple days ago, but the details were not announced until the conference call last night. So you have to be on the conference call to know what's up. This is a major inflection, and I think $4 to $6. $4 is easy, but maybe this can make a run towards $6 in the next couple of weeks. So Identiv, I'm long. Pew, I'm long. MOB, still long. A little bit, okay? And and I wish that I just followed my morning note in a way, right? Just cash and short the Qs, right? That's the type of thing you like to do, right? You don't really like my small micro cap picks too often, right? Yeah. But I gotta stay true to myself. So I put those out there as like second. After cash and short the market as number 2, 3, 4, 5 picks of the day. But the top 2 picks of the day, cash and short the market. Okay. So we're doing okay. So we're going to be here live trading. Let me put on the comments here. So if you want to leave a comment, we'll just throw it up onto the screen so you could see it. Oh, man, I am tired. I'm just like getting over the flu. Doing much better today. I don't know, Red, if you can tell, but much better today.
It sounds a lot better.
It was a rough week, man. Rough week. In any case, what did I do with the Q puts? Did I sell anything on that last? Oh, good. I did sell some on that last dip. Now we're over this line. We'll see when I want to reload. I hate going over that 1 minute 50. That's a little bit scary, but look at oil. Another thing you have to keep. This is Brent crude from May delivery, 101.42. So if Brent crude stays at 100 or above, I expect my base case is we will break 15 to 20% correction from the peak on all the major indices. Okay. So at that point, you're looking at a black swan event similar to the COVID crash right here, similar to the Liberation Day crash right there. This was just a bear market, long extended, very hard bear market over here. Those are 3 big drawdowns of the last several years. So you're looking at, I think, a chart pattern similar to the COVID crash, similar to Liberation Day, meaning we can even break below this 50 DMA. Maybe your target's going to be 540, something like that. Another 50-point drop on the Qs. That could be coming. 550 could be coming over the next several weeks if oil remains elevated over $100. So that understanding is what's giving me the bias in order to play to the short side today. And man, I tried RTX once earlier today, thinking it could be a good hedge, and I got shaken out of it. I'm wondering if I should try it again. It's very strong today. Interesting. Feel free to. I'm having a tough time with.
Yeah, it looks like the market's bouncing here at 593. That was perfect. What I'm watching carefully to see what we do here is MU. MU had a strong morning, ran up to almost 430. Pulled back, got pulled down by the market. But if the market starts to turn here, I wouldn't be surprised to see if MU heads back and challenges that 429 area that it got rejected on earlier this morning at 10:05 this morning. Another one to keep on watch that's fading right now. It popped up this morning, showed really really strong relative strength in the first 5 minutes of the market being open was ASTS. Pulled back and is below the support of it, 89.40. You get back over that, maybe you can continue to run to the upside. But in terms of that, it's not really setting up to look like it's doing much. Probably just chop around for a little while.
Wow, look at that MU. This was a top pick on Monday and on Tuesday for us. Monday as a bounce play off of the War Fears early Monday, and then Tuesday we had it as a continuation play to the 20 DMA, and then I didn't have it in the top picks after that, but we just saw it today starting to break out, and I've been formally given a target of about 440 over the last couple of days here. It's my largest position in my long-term retirement account, but in my short-term trading account, I don't have exposure right now. I did trade it with the rest of the Discord community earlier on stream. Made a little bit of money on the common shares, but nice looking at price action today.
Definitely. And then across the board, some of your larger caps like you have Apple, Microsoft. Microsoft broke back below. It was holding above the 20-day moving average on the daily. Now we're well below that. That chart's not looking good. Same with Apple. It's breaking back below this support you had around 52.
Ooh, that's an ugly chart.
So there's a lot of ugly charts starting to form here, guys. So
wow, that is ugly on Apple. That makes me want to step back. I think, oh wow, but the Qs, this line makes me. I might step back and buy these puts back that I just sold.
I would wait. I think we may pull up go a little higher here.
I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm like 10 QQQ contracts, and I'm trading around the core, like a buy 5, sell 5, buy 5, sell 5. Like that's what I'm doing on the Qs. I also have I have more IWM puts though that I'm just holding. Because IWM is more sensitive to inflation, high oil prices, and all that. So I feel more comfortable just kind of holding those. The Qs, I'm like more actively trading because I don't know. Qs seem to be a little crazy. But man, you just showed me that Apple and Microsoft chart. I'm like,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff looking early. And we caught that. We saw that earlier too in the live stream. Before QQQ flushed, where was it? It was right here. It was trading at around like 599, 600. We were saying that these charts are looking very ugly to roll over, and
I think you got to watch.
So a lot of people caught this downside move.
Yeah,
and I caught it way up top here, almost near the top.
Yeah, the thing we got to
reject.
Right, and a key thing we got to keep watching is Brent crude, and yeah, like my thing. I don't think you have to watch it tick for tick. But we're over 100. To me, the cycle, it's a demarcation point. I've said this all week. I'm going to continue saying it. As long as we're above this psychological big milestone number of $100 on crude, I think that's going to be enough. That's going to bring enough negative sentiment into the market that if we stay above that level, I do anticipate we will break below. Sadly, I feel very sad telling you this, but I think we will break below this 590, 200 DMA, and for a 2-3 week period, unless there's a major positive sudden development in the war. Good thing I didn't listen to you there. I bought those Q puts back, right?
Oh, did it already crash back down?
Yeah. No, because I saw that Apple chart. I'm like, holy shit, this sucks.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, we're heading lower. We're gonna make a new low. I thought we'd head up a little higher, but I guess not. But yeah, so that's it. All right, guys. So how you can win $100 on this live stream today? Winner will be announced at 1:30. After the interview at 12:30 to 1, we'll do 30 more minutes of live trading, and we'll announce the winner at 1:30. All you have to do is like the retweet this stream. So if you retweet it on Story Trading or Story Trading _IR, that'll give you 2 entries if you do both. So you can get max up to 2 entries. Just go retweet the stream, and that will give you a entry.
All right, you got that? Retweet the street here. Let's put I'm gonna do this for you.
It's at a banner at the bottom.
Oh, you have it on the bottom, but look what I'm gonna do for you here. Well, we'll make this a little bit shorter, make this simple for people. Here, we're gonna be win 100. No liking, just retweet, right?
Yeah.
Is it a pinned tweet?
No, it's not. You'll have to scroll down, but it's gonna be the second one.
Okay. Retweet this stream on X. All right. All right, that's how you win. It's a random drawing. It's not that everyone who does it gets $100, but you can win $100. We're gonna do the drawing right here. Spin a wheel at around 1:30 p.m. We're gonna do that. and we'll send that money to you on Venmo or Zelle. Or you can have that money forwarded to whoever you like. Like the last time we had a winner, we were asked to send that money over to the Godfather for some appreciation on some great stock tips he gave the community. All right, so wow, look, here we go. Look at Brent crude. That's going to be a catalyst. Wow, look at this. Look at this, Brent crude.
Look at USO
look at that.
Day.
Yeah, it's the same chart. I like looking at Brent crude because that tells me where we are in regards to 100 or oil. But this makes me want to maybe add some more puts.
Well, that's flying right here.
These IWM puts are working actually. I didn't do big size on the puts today, which is maybe stupid of me. Overall, I'm up like $2,400 on Q and IWM puts. Hey, look at oil. Holy crap. You might want to double down on some sort of puts, guys. Whoa. I think I'm getting more Q puts on this. I'm getting more Q puts on this. I don't know if there was news that's causing this, but it is a weekend coming up. It is a weekend. So the fear factor, even without news, you could see oil spike this afternoon. You could see markets crash, which was my base case. My base case was QQQ to the 200 DMA today. Another $4 was what I predicted. That's crazy. Why don't I like do big size on my predictions, Rhett?
Not sure. Not sure. The morning note is always pretty spot on.
Pretty spot on. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
So, wow, look at oil go. Oh, how's SOC doing? You know what? Maybe I'm going to grab a little SOC here.
Wow, that ended up getting over 15,000 viewers for the Mobilicom interview.
Yeah, that was crazy. Mobilicom. I'm still in this one. No reaction to the AMA really yet.
Let's see.
Oh, and I forgot to mention Drone Shield. Oh, look at Brent. Oh my God. This is a counter drone, the drone defense company that they recently won a $22 million military counter drone contract. And it hasn't really moved a lot since the war started. I think this one can get found and maybe make a move towards $4. I started a position today and I'm going to swing it. And I think I might even increase my position. I might do a 10% allocation on Drone Shield because with this war catalyst, and this is a pure play on drone defense, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a no-brainer right now. I don't care what the market conditions are. DRSHF. All right, let's go back to our list here. That's an OTC stock. You're not going to find it on Webull. Pew, 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 baby.
Still holding. I'm down on that. And
I am playing my inflection stocks regardless of market conditions. Look at oil. Holy smokes. Even Kodak.
Down only 3% now on Pew, so that's not too bad. Down 1% on INVE. AMPX selling off here. Wow, look at that, Ben. I guess you spot on there.
Oh, I timed the top in AMPX.
Looks like it.
That was crazy. I made almost 100% on it. 2 days ago, I called the top, and then I said I think it's going down from here, and I'm like, I'll look for a re-entry a few dollars lower. Should I be shorting this? Look at
UMAC or AMPX?
AMPX.
I'd be careful there. This thing has swings pretty large each way. So, what chart is looking compelling to me right here? SPY to continue. I mean, they all look like to head down lower, but 660 is just like 661 is just like calling my name here on SPY. MU, wow, MU chart is so strong compared to this market, especially when we get a turnaround. Look at this, we're popping up here. No.
Oh.
What else?
Oh, let me just fix this. Retweet this new for here.
We have 144 people tuned in live right now. Last time we only had 10 people enter, so I mean it was a pretty easy way to win $100 by just clicking a few buttons. There we go. Yeah, I'm not really. I caught some really nice trades today, so I'm not really compelled to do too much. I don't want to get back profits. I don't want to overtrade because I've been doing that a lot. Look at that ASTS selling off here harder.
Here we go. SOC may be breaking out here. What was selling off? ASTS?
Yeah, ASTS is.
All right. Oh my gosh, I bought this drop on SOC, but then I just like scalped out of it 2 candles later. I should have done bigger size. Was there more news on at 11 o'clock? I may have missed that on SOC.
I was scanning. I didn't really see anything that was ISRG. Did that come back yet?
Intuitive Surgical?
They had, yeah, it did. They had a data breach today. Wow, look at that. Dipped all the way to 458. Bouncing back here.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Missed that. You could always buy those data breaches. They always bounce back. What else?
Now SOC, that was a nice pickup there.
Trying to see the latest news for the Middle East.
I don't think there's any news today on Iran that can change the direction or sentiment of oil or the market today. I most of those headlines, whatever you see, they're just fake pops.
Yeah. Q's holding up there. Just going down through my list, see if anything is compelling that sticks out to me at the moment. All right, we have 7 minutes till the interview. Ooh,
pew, pew, pew.
Adobe has an interesting chart here this morning, this afternoon, actually, after getting beaten up.
Wow, look at Micron. Look at that strength in Micron.
Yeah, that chart looks the best. Yeah, that's going to go back to test 430 for sure.
Dude,
440 target, short term. Now that daily still looks great on it, especially if you break over 429. That would look really nice on the daily chart.
I didn't talk much about Identa, did I?
No, not too much. I would like to see if ASTS does get down to like the low 80s, I'll pick some up to swing again. That'd be, I think, some good buys, especially with some upcoming catalysts.
Yeah, I loaded up into a huge Identa position in my short-term account and my long-term account. Inflection catalyst last night. I don't care about the market conditions. Look at the weekly chart. Go look at the fundamentals. Go listen to the dollars higher, in my opinion. I'm not getting shaken out today. Yeah, look at what?
Look at the HIMX chart. I know earlier we were looking at this on those pops. It dipped all the way down to 976. We're at 997 right now. It looks like we may want to curl up here. We already saw 20.
I don't know. I'm worried about a gap fill.
Yeah, at this point, it almost seems like we're for sure coming. It's almost 920. We got to head down to. So we'll see what happens there.
Oh my God. Feel free to jump in. I don't know. Am I doing the interview by myself? I'm so tired. Still like getting over this.
There we go. Now we have people showing up.
How did that happen?
Nice.
Whoa. All right, cool.
Sweet.
All right. So, well, now that people are here, you can win $100 by just retweeting this stream. So yeah, our top picks again. So we got all these new people. Cash number 1 pick. These were issued at 6 a.m. this morning. Second pick was short QQQ and short IWM to the 200 DMAs. You can see that Q is heading right there to that 200 DMA. IWM is heading there. I'm in puts right now on the Qs, on IWM. For a lot of people, that's all you should do. In the morning note, I even said for most people, you should just take the day off and be in cash. But people are more aggressive. You can be shorting the indices. And for people like me who can't stay away from their favorite microcaps, right, I recommend the Pew long, Identiv long, and we're playing Mobilicom long, which worked and then didn't work. Okay. But in any case, this is where our focus is. And we have Brent crude oil more to the top of our screen. Very important. As long as you stay over 100, then you have a magnet for QQQ to get to the target today. I don't know why I'm like so confident saying this stuff, but like I have a point, like have like a 0.5% allocation shorting the Qs with options. I really need to be more aggressive. And then IWM. Actually, no, I'm a 0.5% IWM now and 1% shorting the Qs. That's my only hedge right now. Just 1.5% in puts.
All right, I'm back.
So retweet this stream. We'll do a spin, a live. What do you call it? Spin the wheel. And we'll send you $100 on Venmo or Zelle, which we recommend you use to become a member of our Discord. By the way.
See what happens.
I gotta show this off again. Hold on. March 13th. All right, this came out at 5:55 a.m. Top trades: cash, short QQQ, IWM. Those are the top 2. Macro discussion. It's an easy call for us today. We anticipate an extremely high chance that all 3 indices will at least test this key level by the end of the day today. That's ridiculous. Oh my God! If that works out, they should have me on CNBC or something.
Awesome. All right. T-minus 2 minutes. We have over almost 1,700 active viewers right now, so that's nice. People are liking and retweeting the stream. Like to see that. Great.
Hold on, let me get my papers ready. There we go.
And with that, I'm going to switch these banners over.
All right, so after this, we'll continue the live trading until 1:30. So we're going to take a little bit of a detour for 30 minutes and do this interview regarding a Greenland energy company, guys. That's exciting. Greenland's been in the news a lot. It's a SPAC, PELI, and it's happening soon. Next week, I believe. Next week, this is, I guess the SPAC floor probably was removed today. I think it's like 3 days ahead of the vote, how these things work. But in any case, the vote's coming soon. And then after that gets approved, it's going to be GLND. All right, we're doing this interview in 60 seconds, and then we'll continue live trading after that.
Awesome. Yep, got that banner switched over, ready to rock and roll.
All right, let's hit that countdown.
So we're waiting for one more person, so just give us.
Oh, sorry. Right. Sorry, we're not ready yet. All right. We're getting set up in the studio. Okay. Can't believe if my prediction works out on the macro, like I should have oh my gosh, I should have killed it today, but I got distracted with my inflection microcaps, which will pay, and I make no apologies for it. Pew's going to be up 30-40% soon enough. Identiv is going to be up even more than that soon enough, in my opinion. And I'm going to be swinging these things. Okay. Ooh, look at Raytheon. I call it Raytheon. RTX is looking
all right,
good.
Ben, I'm going to hit this countdown.
Right, hit the countdown. Let's go. All right.
Larry in the back.
All right. Good afternoon. We're here with Larry Sweats, Executive Chairman of Greenland Energy Company. How you doing here, Larry? Can you hear me? I don't hear Larry yet. No, I don't hear you. Although it says your mic is unmuted, but I don't hear you, Rhett. Let's see if we can help him get straightened out there.
Are you connected by chance with your headset? Try disconnecting, and here we go. We'll bring up Rob. Let's see if that works with the other. If Larry can hear us now. Larry, can you hear us?
We got Robert here too. But Robert, hang on one second. We're getting Larry's AV set up, and then we'll make sure yours is working.
Excellent. Thank you, Ben.
All right.
No, we
don't
still
hear
can't
Larry.
hear you.
Well, I heard Robert, so we know that's working. All right. So while Larry works on that, let me just go through the agenda real quick. Remember, we're going to continue live trading here at 1 p.m. I hear something. Was that you, Larry?
I'm not.
No, that's Robert. Robert, do you hear me?
I can't hear anymore.
Oh, boy. What is going on?
Larry.
Now, Larry. Oh, my gosh. We got some tech issues here. Robert can't hear us, and we can't hear Larry. All right. Well,
I think I can hear you now. Hi.
Okay, Robert can hear me.
All right, awesome.
All right.
We're waiting for Larry.
All right, now Larry's trying to reconnect his devices, but we're going to be continuing here until 1:30 p.m. with live trading right after we have this discussion with Robert and Larry. And at the end of that, we'll be doing that $100 cash giveaway.
So, Ben, I can't hear anymore. I don't know why.
Oh, it keeps coming in and out for you, Robert? Robert, does it come in and out for you? How about you, Larry? How's your audio, your mic? Still can't hear Larry.
I can't hear.
Larry, do you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. He does hear me. So, Rhett, we need your help.
We'll be helping Sal in the back end too, trying to get this resolved for us.
Okay, I hear. I can now.
You can hear me, Robert? What is that?
I can hear Larry, and
Larry.
Ben, I can't hear now.
Larry, is your audio working?
Robert, you can hear me?
I can, yes.
I hear Larry too. I hear Larry. All right, we're getting there. I hear Larry. Larry hears me. I hear Robert. We just gotta. Robert, do you hear me? It's coming in and out. All right, I think we're almost there. All right, why don't I? Robert, yes, no. Robert can't hear me. Robert. Okay. All right.
Robert, can you hear me by chance or no?
Now I can, yes.
Oh, he hears you. Doesn't hear me?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Then exit out really quick and log back in.
Okay.
Do you want me to exit and log back in, Rhett?
No, you're good, sir. We're gonna have Ben do that to see if it's
excellent. Okay.
1 second. Sorry about the technical difficulty, guys.
No worries. No worries.
All right, let's see. Put Ben up here.
Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Robert hears me.
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, let's start over. All right. Should we play a little here? Let's do this. Ready? Just to get a fresh start. Where's my little? We're gonna start right here. Here we go. All right, welcome, Larry Sweats and Robert Price from Greenland Energy Company. We're talking about this SPAC that's going to be merging with Greenland Energy Company. And right now, it's ticker symbol PELI. That's the ticker symbol today. Pelican Acquisition Corporation, PELI. They're going to be merging with Greenland Energy Company next week after the vote, if the vote passes, which hopefully it will. And so let's get started regarding this discussion. Executive Chairman Larry. So who got started first involved with Greenland Energy Company? I'd like to start with the person who first got involved with the company, and then we'll take it from
Well,
there.
Robert is the guy that is got the oil background and the one that secured the the asset that has the most value. So I'll let him start.
All right, let's start with you, Robert. So yeah, tell us when you got started with this, and about about the process, how long it took to get up to this point with this pending merger.
Yeah. So Ben, Greenland has been on my radar and other people's radar for a very long time. It literally started back in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s when Arco was the sixth largest oil and gas company in the world at the time. They discovered Prudhoe Bay. Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, is the largest oil field in the United States. It's been the economic engine of Alaska for the past 5 decades. Arco, after discovering Prudhoe Bay, they had their number one prospect, and that was Jameson Land in Greenland. And so through macroeconomics, Arco never drilled this, even though they spent $275 million building an airport, a seaport, getting ready to drill it, doing seismic. And we're very fortunate that our partner that we acquired the licenses from, 80 Mile, they have been mining titanium in the northwestern part of Greenland for over a decade. We acquired these licenses from them. And in fact, Ben, I actually competed against 80 Mile to get them. They beat me out, but we were able to negotiate a transaction that we will drill 2 wells this year, beginning in September, and we'll have 2 wells down by the end of the year.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's interesting. So again, where are you based, Robert?
I'm in Denver, Colorado, but I spent much of my career in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I went to law school, specialized in energy law. My first job out of law school, I ran a bank trust department, oil and gas trust department, which was the largest oil and gas trust department in the country. But I made my way home to Denver, Colorado.
Okay, so you're in Colorado, but the assets in Greenland. I mean, what can you tell me about how you're set up now in terms of number of employees, offices, assets?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're in Denver. Halliburton is our project manager, logistical manager, and service provider.
Oh, wow.
I've met with their CEO on several occasions. He's put, I'd call it his A team on this project. Additionally, IPT, they have 70 petroleum engineers in their consulting firm. They're leading as project manager as well. We have signed all the contracts for both drilling the well, mobilizing our equipment. We have purchased D9 bulldozers, excavators, housing for the people. It's actually positioned right next to our license. We will move that equipment in. It'll be a beach landing. We'll build a road 3 miles in. And then in September this year, we'll bring a larger vessel in that will have 300 container equivalents of equipment that will begin drilling our well and turning to the right bound October 1st.
Okay. So you have a license to drill there. As far as the land, how's that work? Is that a lease from the Greenland government?
Yeah, it is. When Arco had these licenses, Ben, Denmark actually controlled it. Denmark had a very onerous royalty. If you can imagine, Arco discovered the largest field in the United States. They had their number one prospect, and so they really didn't care what royalty they gave to Denmark at the time. Denmark had a royalty, surplus royalty, and a carried interest. They got almost 40% of the oil, with Arco paying 100% of the cost. Arco went back to them and said, listen, oil prices are low, Arctic conditions, could you renegotiate this? And Ben, this is after Arco already spent $275 million getting this ready to drill. Denmark said no. And so Arco, they laid off 12,000 people around the time, low oil prices. They relinquished the license. They actually gave the airport to Greenland, the seaport to Greenland. And then now Greenland controls their minerals and their oil and gas. And so we negotiated a transaction with Greenland that it's a net profits royalty interest. And the maximum Greenland will get will be 15%. But Ben, we're successful on these wells. I mean, it'll be a very significant economic development for the people of Greenland, just like Prudhoe Bay was for the people of Alaska.
Wow. So the Greenland will get 15% of net profit.
That's it. Yes.
And was there an upfront cash consideration you had to pay to get this?
No, we've done work programs with 80 Mile along the way where we shot more seismic. So the same vintage seismic that Arco shot to discover Prudhoe Bay, they shot here. And what the question is, all the geologists, engineers, we know that the oil has been generated. We know that it's migrated. And the question that seismic answers is, where is that oil trapped? And so we have taken all of Arco's original seismic. We use modern seismic techniques now to be able to pinpoint where our first well is. As we drill our first well, Ben, we will drill down to 5 different trapping mechanisms. And one thing I really want to point out, this is not the U.S. shale industry where we're going to drill horizontal wells that are really expensive. We're not going to frack anything. This is like a basin that was discovered, back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s with high pressures. So it's all conventional reserves.
Okay, let's. I got many more questions to ask you, but I want to shift over a little bit to Larry Sweats over here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and when and you got involved and why you got involved?
Yeah, so I've been doing SPACs for nearly 20 years. Been a sponsor of over 10, I believe, maybe even 11. I've kind of lost track. And so when you're in that business, you're basically a deal maker. I'm an investor by background, so started off as an institutional investor for a very large insurance company. Then I moved into deal making, and that's when I found SPACs. But SPACs are really just a tool in the tool belt, right? So you find an opportunity, it might be a SPAC, it might be something you just invest in privately, it might be a reverse merger opportunity. And so I got to meet Robert when he was searching for capital. And I said, this is an ideal opportunity to bring to a SPAC. At the time, I didn't have a SPAC available as a sponsor. Mm-hmm. So basically, we helped create the mechanism that brought the deal to Pelican. And because I know how to work around the ecosystem of SPACs, was able to set this deal in motion. And what was really interesting from my perspective as to why a SPAC, because again, it's just a tool. Could have used a direct IPO or some other mechanism, was the access to direct retail trading opportunities to let the American public be a part of this incredible story of bringing economic freedom to Greenland. We don't need to buy them. We don't need to invade them. We just need to give them the resources, which will make them independent and want to embrace American security and interests. And this was a way to let the American people participate in this incredible.
So how long has this been in the making for? Like, when did he get involved with this?
Robert, what was that, August last year?
Oh yeah, it's been very recent, and early on. I've been in the I've been in the oil and gas business as I mentioned most of my career. We brought in some senior oil and gas people to invest with us early on. We were thinking of just keeping this private, but after I met Larry and saw his capabilities and his team, using this SPAC was ideal. And let me just say, Ben, it's been great working with Larry over the past, many months.
So it's fortuitous timing right now in terms of grabbing people's attention and being in the news. What's going on with the price of oil right now? I mean, now people are interested in oil, but why were you interested in it in August? What were your thoughts on the future, trajectory of oil prices back in August? And I'm wondering, did you think at all about, because the Iran-Israel thing, round one, happened in June. So you said just a few months later. Was there any connection to that, or do you have like a bull case for oil regardless of what was going on geopolitically?
Yeah, it really, what's going on right now.
For us, it wasn't a thematic. We want to be oil, or we.
I didn't catch that, Larry. Larry, can you repeat yourself?
Sorry, Robert. I was just going to share the investment pieces first, and then Robert can talk about current events. But from our perspective, this was not interesting necessarily because we had a viewpoint on oil. Oil's a commodity. If I knew how to prognosticate the direction of oil, I'd be a trader and probably retired. But when we see things that have such incredible asymmetry, meaning that this opportunity is ready to be drilled, right? Not some 5 or 10 years in the future, but ready to be drilled. And if and when we can prove, the oil comes out of the ground, we will create significant value for shareholders. That asymmetry is not entirely dependent on the direction of oil. I've made money on oil when it was at $20. You can make money at oil when it's $100. It's about having an incredible asset. And so for us, it wasn't that. There was the thesis of the geopolitics, right? So the importance of Greenland to the United States, to the current administration, and to the long-term, energy and just regular security interests. That was part of the thesis for us.
Interesting. I was going to ask you about that, obviously, because that's in the news. How does that change the calculus for you? And I don't know, it's very speculative, but let's say if the United States does buy Greenland somehow, does that change anything for you in terms of economics somehow?
Yeah, I can speak to that. Greenland, it's really important for the people of Greenland to know if they might have one of the largest oil fields in the world. If you look at Denmark, just out of the North Sea, they've taken $65 billion from royalties from the North Sea, and that's not even including the economic opportunities that has been an engine for both Denmark. You look at Norway, largest sovereign fund in the world, of $1.9 trillion. The genesis of that was from the North Sea. And Ben, I don't know if we want to dive into geology, but when the continents were one and then they separated, our petroleum system is the exact same as the North Sea. We have genetically matched the oil. It's 40-degree gravity, so it's a light Brent crude. It's not like the Venezuelan heavy oil. And so we have studied it after ARCO. We hired an independent engineering firm that gave us an upside of 13 billion barrels of oil. Ben, at current prices, that's $1 trillion of oil. That's what Larry pointed out. It's about the asset. So what we were seeing prior to the war in Iran was the U.S. shale industry is not profitable at $60 a barrel. When ARCO discovered Prudhoe Bay, their break even was $5 a barrel. Now, of course, it's quantity dependent. The more we find, the less our finding costs will be. We believe that with current technology working in the Arctic's getting easier to drill in. Prudhoe Bay is 70 degrees latitude. Our project is 70 degrees latitude. It's getting easier to drill. So we believe our break even will be about $25 a barrel. And that includes the export of the oil.
Wow, $25 a barrel break even. And I heard you say some sort of extraordinary number. How many billions of barrels of oil over there?
13 billion barrels of recoverable oil. And I really want to emphasize, when our independent engineering report gave us that number, all they could see were the lines, the seismic lines that ARCO did. And those lines were pretty sparse, so they couldn't see in between those. They didn't look at the deeper horizon, so it could be significantly larger than that. Given the fragility.
How big? I'm sorry. How big is this area?
It's 2 million acres, and it's all onshore.
You have a license to drill in an area of 2 million acres?
We have the entire basin under license.
Is this an exclusive license?
Absolutely.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. All right. Very, very
So now you're
interesting.
seeing, Ben, the things that got us excited at the beginning. This is about the asset, right? The oil is there. Just got to find a way to get it out of the ground.
All right, cool. I'm going to come back more to the economics of this in a second, but there's a bunch of questions about the SPAC itself, Larry, this whole process. Can you give us some details about this merger? Like how much money you're getting from this, evaluation? What else do SPAC investors need to know here before? And
so Pelican is a SPAC that's around $86 million in trust. Yesterday was the last day to invest and redeem. So all the people that are buying today are buying the resulting merged company, Greenland Energy Company, which will be ticker GLND. And so we valued our company somewhere around $200+ million. We don't know how much money will stay in from the transaction. It could be, as low as 0 and as high as 86 million. Having done this 10 times, I don't like to guess. But we believe we'll have enough money to go do our project. If not, we'll raise the money. There was significant interest to do a pipe. We just chose to let the American people invest.
So you want to see how much comes in first from the redemptions before doing a pipe? Okay.
Yeah, because the pipes are institutional investors, and institutional investors always have their own viewpoint or
Right.
they're just it's great because you get big chunky money, but they're going to have a say in things. The American people just want to make money and support a project like this. So we want to let them go first. Then if we need to go raise money, we will to finish the project. But we feel really confident. The stock is trading well today. We've had some great Robert's been on the road telling this story to hundreds of investors and getting an incredible response. So we feel pretty good. We'll find out, on Saturday or Monday exactly how much we've kept, and then we'll pivot from there.
Okay.
But all in, the company's value is going to be somewhere between 200 and 300 or so million will be the enterprise value of the company. And we think that, provides a significant upside opportunity.
Okay. And the vote is when?
The vote is Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day, and Green Day.
We'll know.
We're not worried about the vote. In SPACs.
About the redemption.
The recent iteration of SPACs, you don't worry so much about the vote. It's only the redemption that we're focused on.
Yeah, exactly. And when will we know about that redemption number? Will be a press release out when Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, cool. And then, so how much money is needed? So the balance of this, in terms of then maybe doing a pipe afterwards. How much money do you guys need to get to the point where you're actually getting revenue from the drilling?
Yeah, so the first well is 40 million. The second well is 20 million. In Greenland, there's no infrastructure. So when we bring that large ship in with those 300 containers full, we'll do a beach landing. We'll have tugboats and barges take the equipment back and forth. The equipment we've already purchased is D9 bulldozer, excavator, housing. We'll have that equipment in before the larger ship comes. The road will be built. The 3-mile road in will be built. And so we'll be able to get that in. The cost of mobilizing the equipment is the highest cost. So that equipment, Ben, that's there to stay. It's just a matter of time until this massive basin is discovered. So Halliburton is leaving their equipment. Our drilling contractor is Stampede. Stampede is out of Calgary. They're used to drilling in the northern part of Alberta, so they're used to Arctic conditions. So their equipment will be there as well. We've purchased, again, as I mentioned, a lot of other equipment. Once we go into full development of the field, then the cost will come down significantly.
Mm-hmm. So most of this is being done by the Halliburton and Stampede. Like, what are you doing directly over there?
So I was on a weekly call, and they actually happen more frequently than that on sub meetings. But we had about 30 engineers and logistical people on our weekly call. Our big vessel will be staging our equipment in Montreal. We'll get the Halliburton logging equipment from Alaska. They'll bring some of their other equipment from the Gulf Coast. The Stampede drilling rig will come from Calgary, and we'll stage it all in Montreal. We have booked a ship. It leaves on September 12th with this firm called De Gagne. De Gagne is the premier Arctic shipper. They're still a family-owned company. They have been shipping in the Arctic since the late 1800s, and truly an extraordinary company. And so it's literally a team effort. Ben, I say kind of bad dad jokes. I have 5 kids, and it's what I say at the end of those calls from time to time. I'll say, "What do they say about real estate?" And they'll say, "What, Robert?" I say, "Location, location, location." And then I say, "What do they say about drilling in the Arctic Circle?" Logistics, logistics, logistics. And having the head of Halliburton's International Logistics Group on the team, having their North American project manager on the team. I mean, as I mentioned, we got assigned the A team to execute this plan.
Okay. And sounds very exciting. What are the financial terms with Halliburton and now I forgot.
Yeah. So that's a good question. So I have let me just give you a little bit of my background, Ben.
Yeah.
I started in the oil and gas industry as a landman. I negotiated oil and gas leases with farmers and ranchers representing independent major oil and gas companies. And I knew real quick that I needed an advanced degree in order to move up with an oil and gas industry. So as I think I mentioned, I went to University of Tulsa College of Law, specialized in energy law. I got to see what wealth can do for these beneficiaries and these families. And some of these trusts, Ben, they were started in the 1920s and 30s. So I have a good appreciation of what a conventional reservoir can do. We have the same type of reservoir here. But after I left the bank, I formed an oil and gas company. I drilled wells throughout the mid-continent, North Dakota, Montana, Colorado, Oklahoma. But Halliburton, and I'm kind of coming full circle here, Ben, Halliburton funded my exploration program in North Dakota. When I was doing 2-mile laterals, which is 3.5-mile wells, you go down 1.5 miles, you go out 2 miles, do multi-stage fracking. Halliburton had a 20% working interest in that. So they paid their costs. Here, they don't have a economic stake, but we're using their services. And we've made sure that they were all very competitive. Halliburton and I have had a relationship dating back to the 90s. They are really a can-do company. They believe that one of their big growth opportunities is in Greenland.
Mm-hmm. So the cost that you talked about, you need $40 million for the first well, $20 million for the second well. That includes the money you're going to have to pay Halliburton?
Absolutely. Halliburton, Stampede Drilling, our contractors, De Gagne Shipping, the pipe that will go in the hole. It's an all-in number for the $40 million for the first well. And then the second well, because the equipment is already there, the second well will only be $20 million.
Got it. And then what about the timeline from, you said the ship's landing, it's leaving September 12th or landing September 12th?
It's leaving September 12th.
Okay.
We'll go to Nook. We'll pick up the stevedores that will be shuttling the equipment back and forth. Mm-hmm. The beach landing will be probably less than 2 weeks after the 12th. We'll have our road already built. And so our rig should be turning to the right around October 1st. But in the meantime, our other equipment that's going to build the road, that will be in late July to get that road prepped before the big ship comes in.
Got it. And are there any other regulatory things that have to happen in Greenland in order to get the oil flowing, or is that all 100% done?
Yeah, so we've been working with the regulators. As I mentioned before, the people of Greenland, they want to know whether or not they have one of the largest oil fields in the world. And so they've been very helpful working with us on regulatory matters. We've done extensive environmental reports, working with our environmental team, but it's ready to go, and we're ready to drill it.
Okay. And then, so how long after, I guess around October 1st, all your equipment lands there, how long from then do you anticipate you'll be selling your first barrel of oil?
Well, just as far as the drilling process, if we were drilling this 11,000-foot well in Wyoming, it would take us about 1 week. Here, as we drill down, we're gonna hit 5 different formations that we think they're traps on, and so we're gonna take our time, and it's gonna take us a good 30 days to evaluate each one of the 5 potential oil-bearing zones. After that, we will move to the second location. That second location will take another 30 days. So we are 3 miles from shore, so we could be exporting pretty soon. But Ben, this basin, just like Prudhoe Bay, it takes a team. It takes a major oil and gas company to partner it to get this out. We're already talking to the major oil and gas companies that will be there while we're drilling the well and monitoring it. I met a Yahoo reporter in Greenland that wrote a really thoughtful, Yahoo Finance reporter, really thoughtful article on us. And in his words, when he was being interviewed by an anchor, they asked about, well, you just have these 2 wells. And he said, no. He said, just like Prudhoe Bay, it was the steel city built overnight. So exporting this, as I mentioned, 13 billion barrels of oil, that's $1 trillion of oil. And it's not coming out, immediately. It's going to be over several decades. What I think is of note, and you mentioned the Strait of Hormuz, that is a hostile area for us to be dependent on oil supplies. My thesis, Larry's thesis, is let's look beyond the Middle East on new supplies and lean in. Most of the U.S. shale industry or oil and gas companies, they've been leaning into U.S. shale. They haven't been looking beyond. Now, ExxonMobil, they have a discovery in Guyana in out the coast of South America. That's about 11 billion barrels. So that is a new discovery in a more friendly jurisdiction. What we're doing here is discovering what could be one of the largest oil fields in the world in a friendly jurisdiction with 40-degree Brent crude that can be exported to the European markets down to the U.S. And so it's about leaning in on new basins.
All right. Well, that's all very interesting stuff. Larry, any other things you want to mention before we end the show?
I would just leave you with, asymmetry is the kinds of things that I look for as an investor. And this has got to be one of the most asymmetric opportunities. There's always risk, right? There's downside risk. There's all kinds of things that can go wrong. But the upside here is as good as I've seen in any of the SPACs that I've worked on. And, we have one of the best track records in the business. I have one of the top performing SPACs of all time, company called Limbach, ticker LMB. And, Limbach, ticker LMB. Yeah. It's trading in the 80s, I believe. Oh, wow. And again, I've been at this a long time, and this is the most exciting one that I've worked on.
Cool. Sounds good. One last question for you, Robert. It slipped my mind. This 13 billion barrels of oil that you think is down there, where's that estimate come from? What kind of studies and how reliable is that?
Well, what's truly extraordinary that when ARCO relinquished the license and never drilled a well, and they donated the airport and the seaport to Greenland, they also donated what was tens of thousands of papers over 2 decades of research. We took all that information, we reprocessed all the seismic, And then we hired a independent engineering firm, part of the SEC requirements. The firm is called Sproul, and Sproul looked at ARCO data, our reprocessed data, and they're the ones that came up with the upside of 13 billion barrels of oil.
Okay. All right, great. We'll be following your story. The votes next week. It's Peli now, PELI, and then the ticker symbol change is going to be GLND. So we'll be following the news feed and looking for that news on the redemptions and your vote and everything else. So good luck, guys. Robert, Larry, nice to meet you. Sounds like a very, very interesting story.
Thanks for your thoughtful questions, Ben. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, there you have it. Hold on, let me just do this first. Okay, that was very interesting. First thing, I just want to remind folks, we're going to be live trading here for another half hour. Or now we're running a little bit late. So, and then if you want to win $100, all you got to do, retweet this stream on X for a chance to win $100. Rhett, what do you think of that interview? Rhett, your mic's off.
I thought the interview was very interesting, and I learned a lot. 13 billion recoverable barrels. That is a significant amount of money to be made there. I know it's not going to happen overnight. I mean, that's going to be a long-term play, but still, I mean, even if they get this up and running, I mean, that could be a huge benefit, especially for America when it comes to oil, and we don't have to rely so heavily.
It's very, very interesting. I don't know anything about oil drilling. Like, to me, the biggest question is one of how reliable is that 13 billion? Is it really there? How hard is it going to be to recover? What's the timeline to get that? Those are the questions that, like, if I was an expert in the space, maybe I would know, where I'd be able to ask better questions. But
Another thing to mention too is that I'm pretty sure offshore, like the rigs are a lot more dangerous and rigorous. And he said everything was onshore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's another thing to mention too. So
yeah. Very interesting. I don't have a position. I just learned about it today, but I'll be watching this, especially now with the geopolitical situation on the price of oil. This certainly warrants watching. I added it to my energy watch list over here. Wow, all the energy stocks are down today. Very interesting. SOC really recovered very nicely, though. Look at that. It's almost back to green. Anyway, all right. You got how many people have retweeted for a chance to win $100?
So far, it looks like we have 20 people. We'll do that at 1:30.
Okay.
I'm just putting the rest of those names together now. I'm refreshing.
All right. So yeah, last chance. Go ahead on our X, retweet the stream, and we'll do a quick spin the wheel here, and we can send $100 to you cash to your Venmo or your Zelle, and then you can use that to subscribe to our Discord. Okay. So let's see. While we're gone, a continued weakness in QQQ. IWM has some pops in there, but generally still declining, especially the QQQ, even more so than IWM. So yeah, let's see if we can get to my target that I put out at 5:55 a.m. of 590. Are we going to drop another $4 here on the Qs? Maybe. I'm in Q puts. I'm in IWM puts. Brent crude over 100. That's our North Star. We stay above that, and I think we can maybe continue to have some momentum to the downside. My longs here, Mobilicom, Identiv, and Pew, not doing so bad, but I'd like to see better. The Identiv and Pew are things I think I'm going to swing into next week unless they explode today. But my plan is to swing Identiv and Pew because these were inflection catalysts yesterday. So I'm very comfortable with my positions, even though they're not up and to the right today. So very comfortable with those positions. Mob, we've been doing some trading around. If you were with me in the morning, we sold some over 6, bought back at 580, but this also like not an up and to the right situation today. Looks like our top pick was right today. Our top picks was cash and then short the market. Those were our top 2 picks. And if you stayed with that program, you'd be killing it. Look at ASTS selling off, man. Let's check that Apple because that was Yeah, it continues to be. Oh my gosh, this makes me want to buy more Q puts over here, Rhett.
Apple. What about Microsoft? Looks like a Microsoft.
How many Q puts?
Microsoft was also very ugly, I believe. Breaking below. Yeah, look at that. Your next support's almost all the way down there, 392.89. So you still have a ways. It's just a ballpark estimate I gave. ASTS also crashing.
Yeah, I just saw that.
So
when you see that weak breath underneath, that helps you kind of predict what the indices above are going to do.
Yeah. OXY is another one. I mean, it looks like it's clearly wanting to tag that 58.35 on the 5-minute, the 200-day moving average. The 5-minute chart there. Pew holding up, hasn't given back all its gains.
3
yet.
is the key level. If we can close above 3.
Yep. I'm willing to hold this one.
It is so cheap. It is so cheap. And it's not like, oh, it's cheap because they're losing money or something like that. They're trading below their net cash and they're basically break even and their revenue's accelerating. This is a great situation in my view. Maybe it's got poor sentiment because of the poor price action and being a SPAC and all that. But I am going to hold this. If it fails, I don't care if this fails. I think I'm just going to hold this regardless of price action. I either get to my objective or it fails. I don't know. It's just, that's one of the things I really pride myself over is identifying inflection catalysts, which can cause rapid re-ratings over a short period of time. And I have to stay true to my process. And that process includes looking at the quantitative, looking at the fundamentals, listening to the conference call. All right. Take to my calculation, looking at the chart. I put it all together in my 4-pillar analysis and it passes the test. So I have to follow my process. I have to buy the stock. And if it fails, it fails. I'm not going to be right 100% of the time, but I'm probably right like at least 80% of the time on plays like this. So despite market conditions, I will be swinging probably this entire position over the weekend, unless it like explodes, then I'll take some off the table. So it's nice to see this relative strength in Pew up 5%. That's a good sign. It's over the 50 DMA right now. So, or it's right on it. What is the 50 DMA? 3024. It's literally right on the 50 DMA. So there's some algos playing around with it right now. A little bit of algo pressure probably. But the net demand, I think, is going to outweigh the net supply here in the coming days due to that inflection earnings report. So I'm going to keep that. My biggest win ever. In fact, let's go try to quantify it. Man, I bought SOC at like 15.16 and then I sold it at like 15.50. And I bought it again over here when I was breaking out like 16.26 and then I sold it at like 16.40. Like I left a lot of money. Just 2 tiny scalps here all day. Anyway, this is actually one of our top picks in the morning note in the oil section.
Oxy as well.
Yeah, is it doing good? I don't know. I haven't even looked.
Yeah, it is doing pretty good. Nice open green.
There you go. So it is. But in any case, just so some perspective, like, Ben, why are you going long in a crappy market? Like, why would you go long any stock? My biggest win, let's go quantify this. Ready? I want to do a little research here with you. Let's look at air test systems here. AEHR. All right, I'm going to go back. Let's go back all the way to here. Okay. This is when I got involved with air. I was in it before this earnings report, and then I added more. So let's see. Let's call it $3. Okay, let's call it July 15th, 2021. Okay. July 15th, 2021, when I got involved in this inflection turning point on air. All right, I rode that to about $25 in 4 months. I remember. So that was November 15th. I sold it right near the peak, guys. It was beautiful. All right. Let's call it November 1st. It was probably November 3rd or something. It was probably November 4th that I sold. So November 4th, 2021. So it was a 4-month period where it was my biggest win ever. Still is. I made 7 figures on the trade. $1 million. Okay. I made on air test systems in that 4-month period. Okay. Now let's go look at, should we look at Qs or the IWM? Let's look at Qs. Let's see how Qs were doing during that time. Oh, I could have just compared it. Oh,
Yeah, I
well.
was gonna say.
I was like, I'm not. Oh
Oh,
no. Oh, I crashed. What the hell?
All right, I'm gonna do that so you don't show anything.
Thank you. It's not too much important on my desktop, just like a bunch of stupid icons. But okay, I'm back up.
All right, you good?
Yeah. So okay, let me try this. Versus, let's see, versus S&P 500. Okay, let's see if I could do that now. All right, let's go back to
I'm gonna move us off the screen.
what?
Here we go, so you can see it better. We're
Oh,
our heads are
okay.
blocking it.
See, it's hard to see like this though because I don't know. I'm having trouble judging this like this. Okay. I don't know. This is not what I. Am I reading this right?
No, you got to go back a little.
Hey, hold on.
There.
It was right here, July 2021. What was the market doing here? I can't tell because the scale. It's.
SPX is at 3. Just
Oh, I got to take this to.
Just keep going to the 27. Go right, go right, go right.
Like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
you
but then
put
I
your
gotta
cursor
go.
over it, and then it'll-
Oh, okay. Wait, I got it. Okay,
good.
I got it. I know. I think I know what I got. I gotta do it like this. Was it really up? I thought we were down. Maybe it's the IWM that was crashing during that time. Which was
No, it looks like it was down.
wait a second. You know what? Let me do it like this. Let me check IWM and we'll go to
July 15th, 21.
Oh, was I wrong? I really thought we were oh, it was this downturn here probably. July 15th. So we're up. Okay. It was this. How big of a correction was this? 372 to 343. I was probably remembering this drawdown during that time. 372 to 343. What is that? So not as big as I thought. That's a 5% drawdown. I'm looking at Qs. Hold on. So it did have a 5% drawdown in there. So it's not as pronounced as I thought. But let me see. Maybe it was the small caps that were doing terrible. So let's see. July 15th, 2021. Where is it? All right. July 15th, 2020. Yeah, it must have been this. Okay. July 15th to no. All right, I remembered it wrong. Really? It crashed right after that though. Oh my gosh. So I may have misremembered. I don't know. So maybe discount what I'm saying. But for some reason, I really remember the market was maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. But anyway, it's
It
not
was
the
probably
only
the
thing.
run up when it went to 40 you're thinking of, Ben.
What's that?
It's probably the run up when you went to 40.
Maybe because it kept running. I don't know. I don't know, but that's my perspective. It's not the only one. It's you know, I see it happen very often, especially microcaps with inflection news can really buck the market trend. They're not pushed around by the algos, and you get a lot of net investor additional demand when there's an inflection catalyst like that. So that's why I'm not scared about the market today, and I decided to get into INVE and Pew and pretty decent size, and I'm going to swing them. Look at this SOC. I can't believe I bought that dip almost at the low of the day, and I just scalped out for just a couple $100. Oh man, and it was a top pick too. Should have done bigger size.
Top picks were pretty good. ASTS bounced off 86, now at 87.30.
Let's check the daily on that.
Just getting back into the top.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of chop.
Hard to read that chart. Yeah.
A whole lot of chop. I'm not trading this actively, but I own it long term. One of my larger positions.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's the same. It's like with all the theme names, Lunar, same thing.
All right, crude, a little bit of a drop in crude, which should that make me nervous or not, Rhett? Probably not. I don't think this is enough to make me nervous. They're still over $100, and it's still a Friday before an uncertain weekend. So I think I'm going to hold the line with the puts. Wow, look at that SOC.
Yeah. Jeez. All right, it's 1:20. Let me go finish calculating. So that's it. Last chance before I finish calculating this to make sure.
All right, last chance to enter. How many seconds? They got like 1 minute.
It's 1:21 now, but let's see. No updates there. Let me check the other one. Let's see if there's any more stragglers here. Nope. So we have 8, 11. I think it's 19 people, 18 people we have so far.
All right. Let's let's call it now. If you didn't get it, you lost your chance. Let's spin the wheel. All right.
Yeah,
So
sounds good. Let me share my screen. Share screen. All right.
oh wait, let me get the multimedia ready. All right, let's go.
All right. Do the countdown thing.
That's it.
Let's see. Who will it be out of 18 people?
Is it Ross again? Always, I think Ross won once. Always learning.
Always learning 75.
Always learning 75. So Rhett will reach out to you, get your Venmo or Zelle. Congratulations. And if you're not part of our community, we'll see you in our Discord. All right.
Awesome. Let me stop sharing this.
All right. Loving it. I picked up some call options also, 250 March calls, although I recommend maybe the April ones.
Awesome. All right, guys. Take care. Congrats to Always Learning 75. I will reach out to you on the Story Trading IR account and have a good one.
And wait. One last thing. How did I get to here? Before we say goodbye, I just want to remind people, if you want this edge delivered to your, Discord or inbox, we're gonna be delivering this soon via email for if you subscribe for that. That'll be available soon. But if you subscribe to this, then Monday morning before 7 a.m., you'll get a note just like this with our top trade ideas and the macro discussion, and it is on point a significant majority of the time. So have a great weekend, everyone.
Awesome. Take care, guys.